It's another day. It's the calm before the storm. We had a comment that said sometimes there's a lot of hype out there about a storm coming and then it never comes. Well, here on
The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler.
Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer here with the Crazy Picker Life, Saturday morning black coffee edition. Wheeler's working on coffee.
Strong caramel edition.
Strong caramel edition. Wheeler's working on coffee. I think I need one. Well, we've got a postal holiday on Monday. I think it's Martin Luther King Day. Better get my terminology right. There we go. I did have it right. The 16th, Monday, Martin Luther King Day. So banks are closed in remembrance, and so is the post office. I don't know if UPS is running or not. I can't. They have a little bit different schedule where they observe certain holidays, but they still run. We'll still be running, but we won't be shipping Monday. Today, Saturday morning, I need to get some orders done and get some orders out. Anything that's in the hopper, I'm under the gun. I've got hour and 55 minutes until they close. And so in about an hour and 40 minutes, I got to get on the road and get in what I can get. I've got a stack of orders. I'm going to get on those. I think I have an empty tote. Hope that coffee's strong. I'm going to try to crank these out and then we'll go from there.
Stands one here in
Coffee.
that is 10 to 15 feet taller.
Adam the Woo. Let's get packing. Okay, so some days I'm able to show everything that I'm selling, and other days I'm not able to show everything I'm selling. I do that by choice, and it's not like I'm showing the best days and I'm not showing the bad days. Every day is pretty busy for us. It's more like I have to pick and choose certain days to show and to not show because of time and timing and all that kind of stuff. Or if I have something else I want to do that today on the vlog. If you ever want to check to see if I'm full of hot air, we do list our eBay IDs in the About section, and you can go do sold listings and check out our listings, and you can check out our product flow and what's selling. That way, you know, if you think you're missing something, or if you think I'm hiding something or whatever, you can check that out. Anyway, I want to show this one. I will show some highlights if we sell something interesting or of a reasonable dollar. This is a nice John Deere belt buckle. It's from 1981. 1981. It's a simple one. It's no super named maker of any kind. I think it's, you know, brass. It's a pretty nice belt buckle. John Deere's always pretty good. We have some really good ones in that we have to sit and wait a little bit. $34.29 is what that will sell for. It's a used belt buckle. $34.29 plus $4.16 shipping. Let's ship that. Taking out the trash. Taking in the packages. Starting up the van. Driving down the road. Okay, so the coffee must have worked. It's just about 11 a.m. I've got 30 minutes to spare on my deadline. I've got all my packages done. We got a nice Ricoh adventure camera order right there at the end I got out today. And so that's a $170 order. I forget where it's going. It's one of these shockproof, waterproof, cool looking colored cameras. We got a good deal on them. We had to buy chargers for them, and of course Wheeler had to test them out and learn about them a little bit. So when I get an order in like that and I get it out like within the hour, if we had shipping today and shipping Monday, that person might get it Monday or Tuesday. That just shocks people. They're like, whoa, that was fast. And that's one way that you can differentiate yourself. If you can do it, turn your orders around. I am actually more lenient and more slack on shipping than I used to be. I used to be bam, 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 bam. I knew that one way I could build this business and get great feedback and set us apart is get orders out. So I used to be extremely chop about that, and that really helped. Now I've mellowed a little, and I strategically pack and get out the orders. We still get out all orders within, say, 48 hours on business days, and most of them within 24 hours, and a lot of them still the same day, but I'm not quite as crazed about it. And sometimes I have to watch it and not get too lax. Okay, so I counted the orders quickly on the way in. 12, oh, there's another one that sold. 12 orders, got those out. Another one just came in. I've had some suggestions, I'm not gonna say from who. Someone in my family, hi Lon, said that if an order comes in and my cash register rings during the show, I should just ignore it. I shouldn't make a big deal of it. Hey, when that cash register rings, that's exciting, right? Other than picking and finding that score, which is a little, you know, that's a little like a Yahoo. When the cash register rings like that, that's like a Yahoo too. I mean, who doesn't want to celebrate that? Who wants to be, you know, humdrum and just hey everybody, dealer here, let's talk about shelving today. I like Uline shelves because the wire composition is 1/16 inch as compared to my old shelves, which were 1/8 inch, and I like how the packages slide off of them. Who wants to be like that? When I hear a cha-ching, I got that on my phone for one reason. It shoots me in the arm with some adrenaline. Woo! Order! Woo, 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 woo! Sometimes it's a $3 order. Sometimes it's a $300 order. I don't know which right now. It's in my pocket. My phone's in my pocket, trying to sterilize me. Haha, iPhone 7 Plus, you can't sterilize dealer. Dealer's already done. I have 6 kids. Ha! Okay, the coffee's working a little bit too well. Okay, so here's the ulterior motive. I really had 3 things I needed to do today. 3 major things. I mean, there's always extra things and routine things and all that, but I had 3 major projects today. One was to get my orders out before mail time. Check, right? That's done. Next major project is I've got to do that that little spot, that sponsorship spot. I've got to come up with that, make that, get that submitted. I'm not putting that off, and I plan to do that shortly, but temporarily here I'm going Rogue One. Hopefully it's not a suicidal mission here. And then the third thing that I need to do is I need to list. I need to get a couple good solid 2.5, 3 hour blocks of listing. I've got the time today to get a couple good solid blocks in, you know, maybe 10 good items listed, maybe a few more. That would make me feel good. That's what I had planned to do since I didn't go picking today. That's, you know, that's what needs to happen. So I'll be back to plan here in a little while. I'm going Rogue One here though. It is January, and January is a funny month. If you haven't been out to some of those places that you don't go picking too often, sometime in January you want to get out there. I've got a place I'm going right now that for the most part the antique merchandise there is a bit stagnant for whatever reason. It's full of booths, and a lot of stuff in that booth. Those booths are, it's there forever, it seems like. But this time of year, especially after the holidays, I have a feeling that some of those booths have some items that are open to good offers, like lowball offers. So I'm gonna go out to this antique booth place, the Red Roof Antique Store out here, and I'm gonna see if there's anything I can make an offer and get it out of there and get it into my hands and flip it. And then secondly, if the thrift store out here is open, I don't go there very often, but this lady she's a hoarder of sorts and has a lot of stuff. It seems like one of these times out there I'm gonna find something, and maybe it's today. So I'm gonna try to check with both of those places. I gotta get some cash here first. I depleted my cash yesterday going out to eat. I don't know, I did something else, got some groceries, and I bought a bunch of stuff. So let me get some cash, and then I'm gonna try to get my my picker itch out of my system for today. That's the key, to take this green stuff that's paper and turn it into something of value, and then turn that over into paper again, right? Now many of you out there have experienced the picker's itch, or you know, the feel, the need to go out picking. Some of you may not quite understand what that is. This time of year, especially for us, I mean, we did a lot of picking all summer. We did some picking in September, but we haven't really done a lot of picking in October, November, December. We did a lot of listing. And so come January, the time where we're starting to get caught up, generally, we're starting to get down to some stuff that we've shoved aside. Most of the good stuff has been listed, and by good stuff I mean the high margin stuff, the exciting stuff. We still have some good stuff to list. We still have some stuff in there. We did go on a pick sometime in December where we got a bunch of cool signs and stuff, and I'm working on those. But this time of year, boy, I just have the itch to get out and look at stuff and buy stuff. And part of it is it's cold here, and I feel like being out in the sun when it's warmer, like I remember in the summer. So I'm gonna scratch the itch for a few minutes here, see if I can find anything, and then I'm gonna get back on task and get done what I need to get done. Part of the reason I do this business is because picking is unlike any other thing out there. It's like treasure hunting. Most of you know what I'm talking about. It's all in the hunt. And it makes all the stuff that you have to do in this business that's kind of mundane, humdrum, tough, makes all that worth it. At least that's what I tell myself. But when I'm picking, it's not hard to tell myself that. So this roof is sort of brown. In fact, it's kind of brown like my metal roof on my house. You can see the corner of the sign there. It says the Antique Mall. And this whole place has stuff in it. Let's see if we can find anything good. Well, whew, I think I got that out of my system. Tell you what, they got some cool stuff in there. In fact, they got a lot of cool stuff in there. But this is right on the highway, and so you get a lot of people from east and west coming through, and for the most part, people out in the near west here are wait and see folks. They're not panicking, they're not trying to get rid of stuff. I mean, if you want that kind of a vibe, you got to go to an auction, which are pretty fervent here, or you go to a rummage sale, which again is pretty crazy. There's a mob that passes through if you don't get there early enough. So, you know, my experience with this place is the prices are always right up there, or even insane. And so I'm going to show you just in a minute just an example of some of the stuff that was there, good and bad. I didn't really take any pictures of anything super great, although there's a few things in there. A mobile gas cardboard ribbon sign, probably from the 30s or 40s. They wanted $179. I made an offer of $100, followed up by an offer of $125. I think the guy would have came down to $150, $160. I just couldn't pull the trigger on that. There's probably still some money to be made, but I'm not gonna bend over frontwards and backwards and try to break myself in half just for that. And then there was a cool old leather working tool there. There'll be a picture of it. Gear driven, hand crank, some kind of a cutter. I thought it was $79.95, and I got it up there, and there was a 1 in there. It was $179.95, and the 1 was like part of the dollar sign, so it fooled me. And then I still liked it, so I had him call him for $100, and I think he came down to $141 or something like that. And I thought I could sell the leather cutter for $200 plus shipping, so there's not enough room at that. $100 is like it. And the mobile sign, you might get $250, $300 because I couldn't find one. Cardboard is not my favorite, but again, not enough margin at $150, $160. I'm not there. If it's the right beer item, I probably would have bought that. So here's a quick montage of what the Red Roof's antique store looks like on the inside. So I did get one item, and you know, even that they want high prices and a lot of those cooler items, boy, you could pretty much, they ask an arm and a leg for them. I did find one item that's probably out of most people's wheelhouses and pretty scarce, and certainly not something that you run across every day. So I think persistence paid off. I got a chance to run into some other items that I've bought and sold. Either it went well or it didn't go well, and I was able to confirm that. Again, you know, all the other items, the cameras and everything else that I saw was priced out of sight. And so I'll show you the one item here when I get back to the shop. In all my haste to get out of there, I guess I spent too much time there. In all my haste, I forgot to go to the thrift store, but I think the best way to get a reaction to this without showing you the item is see Wheeler's reaction to it before you see the item. Oh, Wheeler! Uh-oh.
Vlogging setup, man.
You're vlogging too?
Yeah, look at this vlog.
Oh man.
Rig.
That's weird.
Where is it? Oh, that. Wow. That's something else right there.
What do you think of that?
Look at somebody on Mad Max. Somebody had a leg like that.
Mad Max.
That's crazy to have right there.
That's a prosthetic leg from the turn of the century. 1901 it's dated on there somewhere. Look at that thing. Wooden leg, metal thing, and then you can strap it like a roller skate up there on the thigh.
Just crazy.
Cool, huh?
Phew, where's one of those?
Huh?
How many people have one of those?
Wow, we have one now.
Looks like you can clip it right in a bike and go.
Yeah, it looks like about my size. I hope I never need one.
Yeah.
Okay,
crazy.
so that's it. $70 is what I paid for that.
Where'd you buy this off of? Do you have one leg?
Well, some people,
a few generations back.
Some people are down to their last leg. That's a bad joke.
Yeah.
That's not an appropriate
They
joke.
cost you an arm and a leg?
That's not an appropriate joke for 2017.
No, amputees, watch out.
Well, you know, I've known a few amputees, and they're just fun people. They actually, you know, they're just normal people, but I would never want to be that way. I got my own problems. So, well, there you go. I paid $70. I'm gonna list that straight out at probably $329.99 plus shipping.
Yeah. It was crazy.
The heck is your? What's this rig?
A little bit too much time, and I was wondering, well, because I always say this camera can shoot just as good as my new camera, but it takes a lot more work to do it.
Yeah.
Here's how it is right here.
So you got
about 6 pounds.
So you got camera on there.
Yep.
And a microphone on
angle
top.
focus lens, and a counterweight.
Oh, counterweight.
And then a whole bunch of brackets just to make it all fit right.
So you need like yeah, that's pretty rough on your arm.
It's about 5 pounds.
Your arm's the leverage point.
Yeah.
All right, I got to do something here, and then I'm going to start listing.
Yep.
Okay, item number 1 is this plastic Remington ammunition sign, probably from a dealer. One-sided, kind of a plastic board. I plan to ship it in a 12 by 12 by 8. I'm just going to take this thing and bend it around in the box. I think it'll be fine. $50 plus shipping. Here's a little toy boat. Jet Queen. Picked it up the other day. You pull the cork out, put some baking soda in there, and there's a little hole in the back. Propels it in the water. It's a real interesting hard plastic. I don't do any Bakelite testing, but it has that hard feel. Bought it for $8. In fact, I got it thrown in on the deal. So I listed it for 20 plus shipping. Okay, so this is a Do-Ray Knobby brand reflector. Those are marbles. They have some damage. Some of them are broken. Must have got hit with something there pretty hard on the left side. 5-inch diameter, In super shape, this would go for 50, 60 bucks. This one I listed at $22 because of the condition. This was used as a bridge reflector or for other purposes. Okay, so here is this engraved chrome, stainless steel maybe, Shakespeare Criterion, 1961 model GA. Got fish on there, you've got like a whole scene on there. It's in nice shape, it needs some cleanup. It's all there. Probably should put that these handles are like they are. They definitely show some use and wear. I listed at $120 plus shipping. There's one that's at $160 or something, or best offer, and that's really it. There's a bunch sold, so somebody wants one, they can wait, or they can get mine or the other person's. Here's some sort of an aluminum cast swashbuckler, 20 inches tall. Can't find a whole lot on these, and not many of these go for big money. These kind of cast things, these wall hangers. I listed for $24 plus shipping. We'll see where it goes. Didn't pay a lot. Here's an actual hubcap, Cadillac hubcap with a clock in there, a cheap little clock insert, and some numbers on there. I don't know how this came about. Clock works. Interesting piece. 30 bucks plus shipping. This is a Remington vintage set of shooting or target practice glasses. Glasses have interchangeable lenses. There's red, there's yellow. You can mix them up, I guess. I'm just leaving them how I got them. And then there's the dark brown. Everything looks in pretty good condition. Minimal, if any, scratches. I listed it at $80 plus shipping. And then there's Button Man.
I think you need the press to make it work.
Not enough pressure.
Yep.
What you might want to do is look at some other auctions and see if they explain that. But yeah, you know, it needs a certain number of square pressure per square inch and all that. So I don't think you're going to be able to do it. So did you want to try this on, this leg?
Not really.
Do you find it interesting or do you find it weird?
It's interesting.
Ever see anything like it?
Nope.
There you go. Alright, here it is, a Blackhawk Hand Tools magnetic bit and drivers tool rack. These are metal display inserts, and you can put your tools. I don't know if there was one in the middle. There probably was. 40 bucks plus shipping. Oh, there's some football watchers here and game players on Saturday night. What game's playing, Lon? Patriots, Texans, Houston's, something's. And then there's Wheeler is knee deep in these pictures. So what's going on here?
Knee deep.
You got a lot of leg work to figure out who took these. What's the dude's name?
Don't have the name.
But you've run into him. You've kind of.
Yep, I haven't read through all the backs of the pictures yet. I've only read through about 120 of them, so it might still be there somewhere.
Yeah.
Found a lot about him, but not his name.
We have a picture of him, don't we? Most likely.
Album, yeah. Yeah, the link in the description of my vlog.
Picture of his camera that he took these pictures. So we're experimenting with some auctions on these. Yep. Or at least we're going to do a little research to see.
I just did some research, yeah.
Think that's the way to go?
It's not a lot like this. That's the thing. And some people have stated it, but I don't think it should be fine how it is.
Well, what we need to do is we need to find
These don't come up every day is the thing. There's just not that
a
many.
couple people need to find them, and then they can look through and pick the ones they want. That's
Exactly.
the thing. I mean, we don't care if they go for $10.
That's still good
If
for
you
us,
start
yeah.
our auctions at $10, that would be great. $1 a piece would be great. So we'll have to
We'll see how it goes.
have
It's an
some sort
experiment
of
for sure. This is stuff I'm not experienced with listing.
strategy.
Yep.
Well, keep watching the how much they're charging us to
Yeah, I am watching that. Yep.
do that auction. For some reason, we're getting some free auctions, even starting at $10. That makes me a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, anything else going on? I got somebody peeking in here. Who's out there?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Come and
Go look at my
show me your
options
new-
for the full picture.
come show me your. Who's that?
Full description.
Punzo.
Punzel.
Yep.
Is it Punzel or is it Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
Oh, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Her hair is very
Pretzel.
long.
Yeah.
And a dress.
Where'd you get that?
At Walmart.
Wormmart. What's that?
I forget.
Something about your full listing or something?
Well, you go check out the listing if you want the full story on these, I guess.
Yeah, good idea.
Anyway, AF35M, this was not listed. It seems to have corrosion. I just looked at it, but I think it did work. So I can relist that, and that's the best model of that one that just sold super quick.
Well, we might have lost
$120
it.
bucks.
Yeah.
Quick.
Make sure the corrosion is gone.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I scraped it away. It looks reasonable.
Well, use some
It was listed at some point.
use some vinegar on it and let it dry.
Yeah, it's green corrosion. It won't.
Oh,
Vinegar doesn't help it.
well,
Just scrape with a screwdriver. I already got rid of most of it.
whatever. Put it on your pizza.
Back before when I listed it, that was listed at some point.
Well, I'm sure.
So, yep.
Okay. Okay, so I did some research on this prosthetic leg. I priced it at $300 plus shipping. That may be a little high. These don't come up too often. I really have no idea what people are looking for. If they're looking for, working on that there. If they're looking for a right or a left, if they're looking for a certain length, I don't know if they're all custom. This one does have some sort of sticker that looks like it says 1904 or 1909. I can't tell for sure. So since I paid $70, I'm going to be pretty safe. Somebody could come along and say, "Hey, I'll give you $175, I'll give you $200, and you know I'll bargain it out with them or barter it out with them or negotiate it out with them, and things will be fine." But I'm not going to leave that thing behind. I'm going to list one more item. Well, the best way to talk about this 7-Up cooler embossed is it has a very used and aged look. Bottle opener still there. It's missing a corner. Drain plug's good. Inside's good. Bottom's not good. This could be restored. The top is a little schminkle crinkled. Somebody wants to do some sort of a custom project. It's pretty hard to get this look if this is the look you want. Other than that, it's not the greatest. It is also heavy and reasonably large to ship. So all those things aside, I'm going to break even on this one. I think I paid $40. I'll list it for $69.99 plus shipping. Well, we got a couple projects going on. What do we got going on here, BP?
I'm in the pins.
So we're trying to figure out if and what we have here, right?
Yep.
How many of each, so that we can see if we can sell some of these pieces. You got these reels all listed up.
Well, besides the lotted ones.
So what's listed and what's not here?
Those two.
This is listed?
Yep.
Yeah, let's keep that straight. Are you using these?
I will be.
Okay. You gotta kind of keep it straight. That way everybody knows what's going on. If you got junkers, you can just throw them out. If they're not usable, just throw them out.
Yeah, somebody climbs them.
But I don't want to make it. We got to make sure the little guys don't get into those pins. By the way, I'll probably lay these out tonight. I won't start listing them, but here's where the money is. We were looking at these lures. It appears at first glance at some of these lures that there's at least 4 or 5 that are $20, $25 to $50 each, which is awesome. I never knew it. I've heard that there's good money in that kind of stuff. I've never really found that much vintage stuff. This stuff's probably 50s, 60s, and 70s. Wheeler's knee deep in those pictures. I'm not going to bother him. Here's the other project we have going, which I wanted to show you. We get these big cameras from time to time, and they're all collapsed down, and they need restore, and we've already sold or separated the lenses, and a lot of times we buy them for the lenses, and some of the times we make out and some we don't make out as good. This one we've already taken apart. Somebody bought this and wants to ship it to Canada, and I need to condense it down and see if it's going to be able to ship to Canada and how much. And of course, when we took it apart, we broke it, so I've got to find my wood glue, and there's a little wood piece here that I'm going to have to reattach, and then I'm going to have to figure out what the dimensions are and if we can do it safely through the mail. Whenever you start taking these things apart, it's pretty easy to break stuff, and then you try to put the fasteners back in there so they can reassemble it on the other side. It is not for people that don't like jigsaw puzzles. So I'm going to finish that up. What else is going on? Not a whole lot. I should put my number up on the board. Let's do that. Okay, so I did list 10 items. I couldn't figure out what was going on there at the end, but I listed the prosthetic leg for $300 and the cooler for $70 plus shipping. $756, 10 listings. Put that up on the board here. Fuzzy, foggy, come on lens, you can make it. Let's see, what did I say? 756. 10 and looks like Monday will be $4.99, so we're gonna break down below 500 days till we get on the road. And we got a pretty good month going. Okay, so let's see. I've got some more stuff to list next week. Back there on the shelf, Banana Peeler's going to finish off those reels and probably get the buttons sorted out, and I'll probably list those next week. We've got all those lures to go through. I think there's probably 10 to 15 pieces out of there, maybe a couple lots in that 10 to 15 auctions out of that tackle box. That's probably going to be a $300 tackle box, something like that. That's pretty good. It might be $400. There's a few lures in there that either look like or are pretty good ones. Now there's wood ones and there's early plastic ones, so I've got to make sure I differentiate, but that's pretty cool. I didn't know some of those lures really go. There's a big lure market. I sort of knew there was, but there's no water out here. If I was in Wisconsin, it would be a whole different ball game, or near Minnesota. Wisconsin's got a lot of lakes too. Out here, all the water's gone. The farming and the way things went, all the lakes dried up. It's pretty dry out here. So when you do stumble across stuff, a lot of people don't even know what the heck it is or the value, so I guess you can look at that two different ways. So rest of the night, I've got to edit this video. I've got to edit another little small video. I'm going to make a new intro video for this channel too, rather than just the pilot episode with our Jeep running around with the family. That's a nice episode if you haven't watched it, but it doesn't really make a picking introduction to the channel, so I just need to do a 2-3 minute picking introduction to the channel. Not going to do that tonight, but you know me, just talk it all out. What else? Tomorrow, Packers game. I'll have a topic tomorrow. Something else I was going to do tonight. Oh, we've got a string of birthdays coming up, so I've got to start ordering some fancy foods for our birthday celebrations coming up. I think the first one is Kate. Kate is going to be 16 years old. Oh my goodness. A 16-year-old girl in the house. Trouble. Let's see, what else? I got some other little do-jiggers I've got to deal with. Okay, enough mumbling and bumbling. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments. When I watch the Packer game, that's a good time for me to get back to some comments. I'll probably do that. So if I haven't answered your question yet, probably will. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everything. If you liked the video, give us a marker up with a thumb on it. Pick well, list often. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.